Well, good evening, welcome to Rangers Radio. I'm joined by Popeye and Olive Oil tonight. GB and Port Bear, how we doing, gentlemen?
Good evening, Ox, and good evening, Port Bear.
Evening, boys, how we doing?
Listen, big talking point. I believe GB's got the team.
Have me, I'll give you the starting 11. So it is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Kamara, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Itten.
And on the bench we have John McLaughlin, Simpson, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Arfield, McCann, Barker and Roof.
I don't know what I'm more shocked at. Lowry starting or Barker on the bench.
I'll take the Barker one.
Listen, mate, the Giovanni Van Bronckhorst era is moving at pace. Portmere.
Indeed, mate. I think he's trying to put his own stamp in the team, as he has done for he came in. No sentiment. I've said this before about him in regards to his team selection so far under his current reign, mate. I don't think he shows any sentiment towards any particular player. Massive opportunity for young Lowry tonight. He's always been very pleased with his cup appearance and the impact he made to come on for Haji. But what does it say about John Lundstrom, mate? Even with Sands in the squad as well, John Lundstrom still can't get in this midfield.
Yeah, and obviously people predicted it potentially Bacuna, but things have moved fast with him, GB.
Aye, I was reading that this afternoon, Ox. It's a surprise that's moving with pace. Especially, I felt the other night he had quite a good game, to be honest. But it just shows you maybe the other nights the short window, like you predicted, Ox.
Potentially for some of them, you never know. You know, you're trying to tell potential suitors, Port Bear, that he's fit to play, isn't he?
Aye, because they don't want a player that's going to take 6 weeks to get up to speed, mate. Indeed, yes. 100%. Yep. So they want a player that's going to come in and basically hit the ground running and make an impact on their season. So makes good sense, mate. I believe there's a fee involved, and it's just wages to be sorted out. So I'm hoping Ross Wilson's working as hard behind the scenes, mate, on getting players out. Also needs to get them in as well, because I think we're going to leave ourselves a wee bit short in midfield, mate.
Mm-hmm. There's another big story in the substitutes. Leon Balogun. So he was heavily predicted, but the so-called experts, and I include myself in that, GB, who thought that it was a toss-up between him and Bassey. What do we know?
I know, and Simpson gets his place in King as well there. So, Balogun again. Was it a kind of another short window opportunity for him?
Somebody joined us.
Hello.
Carry on, GB.
Sorry, Ox. No, Balogun. I didn't put a foot wrong the other night. It's just, I suppose, like you says, he's putting his stamp on the team. He's watched his players, and he's picking his own 11 now, isn't it? You're starting to see that more and more often.
Yep. As I said, the big talking point will be the boy Lowry starting, GB. Don't doubt his ability, don't doubt his brain, don't doubt his potential. Big call by the manager. I think playing in the Aribo role, forward to the two midfielders, yeah. Or if you like, in the front of the forward three supporting, I would imagine it'll be Itten up top. So behind him you'll have Fashion on the left, right and the right, and Lowry between them with Sands and Kamara supporting, yeah?
Yep, aye. Mate, as fans, we've been screaming for the youth to get a chance and stuff like that, so we can't complain now. The manager's given an opportunity and a big game tonight. I mean, the weather's not going to be fun the night out there. And Livingston are on good form, so Lowry's, if he's wanting to stay in this first team and not be venturing back to the B team, then this is the night. If he does another great performance, I think hopefully this will be him on his journey.
Put there.
Indeed, mate. It's a massive opportunity for young Lowry. You know, I've been raving about him in his youth performances for the B team. Did I think he would be in the squad this soon? Probably not, mate. I thought he would be worth seeing him with some cameos, etc. But after his cup performance, Gaffer's given him another chance, mate, to show his quality, which he showed the other night against probably lower opposition. I think he'll find it a bit tougher in the other night because, as we know, Livingston are a big physical side, mate, and he's got a lot of growing up to do physically, young Lowry. So if he stands up to that tonight, mate, fair play to him. I'm really excited to see him play against that big side tonight, mate.
Ticking the box, okay. People join us all the time. GB, give us a team.
So our starting 11, Ox, is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Kamara, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Itten.
And the subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Arfield, McCann, Barker and Roof.
The three boys, King, McCann and Lowry, have come into the squad for nowhere. I wonder if it's the 9 substitutes helps them, Port Bear, but if they're there on merit, things are looking good for the academy. Eh?
Definitely, mate. Definitely, this is probably, the most production we've had at the academy for a long, long time, mate. A young lad in the starting 11, and then obviously you've got King and McCann on the bench. So that bodes well for the future, mate. I do think we're light in the squad, obviously with Jack, that Aribo, Morella's not away, so maybe that's another reason why they're in. But if they're there on merit, mate, fair play to them, because they must be doing something really well, because there's some top players in there.
Ox, can I ask, is it maybe because that our second in command has maybe had a wee look at our youth system and says, no, these boys have actually got something about them? Because it's really, since he's came in, the youth side has had a more of a focus on it. And I think he'll be best placed to say to Gio that these boys are ready for it, considering where his positions came for Ajax.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's a snap judgment, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll get these lines open. I'm sure we'll have some calls, yeah?
Yeah, there you go, mate.
Yeah. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
But Big Al's joined us before I bring Big Al in. Big shout out to Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell. We're thanking you. Hope everything works out, Ronnie. Speak to you soon. Big Al's joined us. Evening, big man. Oh, come on, big man. Come on.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello.
How we doing, mate? How we doing?
I'm good. Is the gangbanger on tonight?
No. What's your language?
No, he's a Mexican. A Mexican. No, that's why you're dirty-minded, man.
You must be happy with the team then.
Aye, I just clocked it there. Aye. That's the way to go. I felt when you were doing that wee epitaph thing, when you were talking about the youth players and that, there was a but coming at the end, and I think you got cut off. What's your doubts about it?
I think when you've got opportunities to get them running the first team squad out because you've got 9 substitutes, I think that helps, and 5 can go on. Yeah. I think that helps. The boys go on the bench and the boy Lowry. I'm shocked that he's starting, mate, and I hope it's the right guy. Yeah, the right call, mate. Yeah, we'll know that.
So you're questioning the manager's decisions?
Always, mate. Always.
I think it's the right call. I think the young guy proved
I don't think he's got a lot of options, mate, because we've not got a lot of creativity. Yeah, Port Bear.
Yeah, there's there's no Morella's, mate, no Kent, no Hadji, no Aribo. So that's another question you can ask. Is that the only reason Lowry and like a King
but why would you
McCann making the bench? No, I'm just saying that. Although I'm not being negative, mate. I love to see the guys getting a chance. But would they get a chance if Morella's, Kent and Hadji and Aribo were in the squad, right?
See last week, Lowry's performance, do you not think it surpassed anything the Hadji's done all season?
100%. 100%.
Can I take the Fifth Amendment on that one?
Definitely. Yeah. So and when Aribo comes back, he shouldn't be rapping Lowry. He should be playing the two of them.
Oh, depends, mate. You've got to find a position for him.
His position is in front of that goal. pin in the back of the pokey and playing trick. Imagine the two of them playing like the game that Lowry had last week in the Rebo Danish thing. The two of them in a team. That's forward thinking. Any progressive manager is going to have two good players, and the rest of the team compensate for their deficiencies if they're not tracking back or they're not. I think that's very exciting. Very exciting.
Listen, it's for a young boy. It's fantastic. The manager's put a lot of faith in him. His ability's there. We'll just see how it pans out, and we'll make that call at half time. Can I also give a shout out to Andy Phillips, who, what a fair play to him, getting all dressed up to go to the match in this cold day and making his way up for Leeds. So, what a picture of that today, and fair play to Andy Phillips for making his way up to the game. Hope he enjoys the game, and I hope he keeps the cold. He looked well wrapped up. Did you get the picture, Port there?
I certainly did, mate. I certainly did. He's looking rather dapper, mate. He is. He certainly is. He will not be called.
Obviously got a shell suit on.
Obviously got all that gear for his Christmas, but he looked smashing.
Mr. ZZ Top.
He looks smashing. Right, give us a team again, GB, because people will be joining us all the time.
Yep, so the starting 11 is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Kamara, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Itten.
And tonight's subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Arfield, McCann, Barker and Roof.
Well, we've been joined by Andy for Leeds. Evening, Andy.
I think you guys, you bugger. You'd be wondering if we've got a twin brother out there, right enough. I've just come back in the house for falling over under the cellar, like, I've got claret all over. I just cleaned myself up, like, so never mind making my way up to Scotland. Oh, dearie me. No, Ali, listen, situations as arose for the boy Lowry to come in. I'm feeling that. I like the fact that the couple of youngs on the bench as well. Hopefully Jack's in there as well. Few Scots about the team that gets it. I like it. And look, probably not played, but he's in, and if he plays well tonight, this is what happened with Derek Johnson's, your Willie Henderson's, your Ian Durant's, your Ferguson's, This is how you find out. And if he plays well tonight, as Big Al said, totally agree with him. Then he plays again on Sunday. You've got to give these guys their wings now and let them go. And if they're good enough, they should stay in the team. We did it years ago, and it didn't do the Rangers any harm. If you look at what their guys went on to achieve, who's to say that Lowry won't do it? I watched him say I watched Lowry at the start. They were showing the big games, and I remember saying to Suggs right at the start, I said, "This boy's got it. He's got something about him." And then they stopped showing him right enough. But I've followed him all the way through, and I really hope that boy does. But no, we should be. They're good enough. It doesn't matter what age they are. If they can perform in that jersey, they should stay in the team. And that's the way I see it. Now, what a great call. I think that's balls, to be honest with you, by Bronkhurst. Because he could have gone with the what do you call it, the Sky or the others, because they've got more experience. But no, he knows they're not good enough, and he sees a boy that's possibly got a future going forward for Rangers, and his shoe. Great character there as Bronkhurst by picking him. That's my take on it.
I'm also, if I'm honest, I'm also surprised at Arfield. I mean, I don't know what his injury was, but I thought Arfield would have started because he gives us something different, running about the box as well. But look, the manager's made his call. He's definitely putting his stamp on this team, Big Al. Yeah.
Oh, aye, definitely. Arfield's a past, I think. It's coming to an end for Arfield. I think the young boy Lowry, if he's going to play that, if he's in the team because Arfield's not there, blah blah blah. I think he's a bit more exciting. I like the manager. I told you, I think he's a gentleman, and maybe he's right when he said that. Maybe it is this Dutch influence with the new coach coming in. He sees something obviously that we don't see, and I think they're a bit more relaxed the way they're approach to football, and they're willing to give youth a chance. And I think we should grasp that and give the young boys a chance. Look, if it doesn't work out, we tried it. That's all we can say. But if we're sitting here 6 months' time thinking he should be on, like maybe at the beginning of the season, maybe I was with young Kelly, how's he not playing? 6 months later, he's gone again. So maybe, at least if we try it, We try it. If it doesn't succeed, it doesn't. Like he might not be the one. There might be somebody else coming through that'll come into the team right out of the blue and be the man. I don't know, but I like the approach, and I think he gives us something more than Arfield and the Lundstrom. I think you put Lundstrom.
Cheers,
oh, sorry.
Yeah. Cheers. No. You all right there, Isa?
I was just trying to fast forward to the end, like.
Well done. Andy, we're getting a lot of
right,
people want to know where you got your scarf from. So if you could let us know, people are wanting the scarf you got, mate. It's a belter.
What scarf's that? You got me baffled there.
Oh, right, okay. I'll leave that to Port Bear. But it's a belter, mate, and people are wanting it. The Andy
Put the
scarf.
picture up, Port.
I have. It's in the call,
It's there,
It's in the call. It's there.
I can't see it. It's not flashed up.
Can you send that on the WhatsApp for me, Pot? And
It's in there, mate. It's in there.
Right,
and the Rangers one.
Aye.
Are you winding me up here?
No.
No.
It's not a green and grey hat, by the way, is it, Pot?
No,
Not at all.
No,
Not at all.
You'll see it in a minute.
Is that you, Andy?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's like a mini gang bagger.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, it's not that one that bloody chins did me, is it?
Right, anyway, people are joining us all the time. I've got a big talking point. Give us the team. GB.
The team tonight is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Kamara, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Junior, and Itton, and Andy Scarf.
In the subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Arfield, McCann, Barker, and Roof.
Right, okay, so I see it as the setup with the back four. The two sitters holding it all together, and then the other four really forward and offensive players. I would see right on the right, Sakala on the left, Itton up top, and supported by young Alex Lowry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ox, it looks like it's got to be another big game for Sands to kind of stamp his place in the team as well, because with all the midfielders coming back tonight, he's got another tough test. I mean, the manager's not giving him any respite. He's chucked in against Aberdeen and he's been chucked in against Livy tonight. So, two hard games to find your feet with. You know what I mean?
Aye, and that listen, Andy, we're getting near the squeaky bum time of the season. All these games are massive, eh?
Oh, I bear it out right enough. I mean, I'm feeling a bit tense about it. I think we'll win right enough, but I don't know. We've got to start. I'd like to see us expressing us a wee bit more on it, and we need to start scoring a few goals to put these games out of sight, don't we? That gives us a bit of comfort to get in, and the more goals and the more comfortable you're winning the games, the more confidence the team gets. You're sitting on these Bridge says the 1-0s. They're not good for the nerves, are they? But
no.
And I've just seen that picture, boys. You lot are at it, right? That's game on now. That's game on. Oh dear.
Well, request for that scarf with all around the world, Andy.
Oh, aye. Well, I wish I had it right enough. I've got something similar to take, like, but I'm not that size. I can tell you that.
No, I thought that as well, mate. I thought I was too tall for you.
Aye. Yeah. Well, if you look at that, if you get a swatch of that picture that Alec did it, mate, you're probably right there.
Oh dear. All right, fair play.
Slightly digress. How do you add a picture? I've got a cracking picture to put on.
I'll let that somebody tell you when you phone in offline. Right, okay. So 4-2-3-1. That's what it looks like to me. Port Bear. Do we need two sitters against Livingston?
No, you know my thoughts on that, mate, because they'll sit back with one guy up front, and basically we've got then 6 men look after one guy who's going to sit up front. I hope Sands will be one that will maybe sit, mate, or vice versa. Kamara will be the one that's sitting, Sands will go and join in, or Kamara will go and join in. Because, ideally we don't need 6 back there to keep an eye on one of their centre forwards, you know what I mean? So, but it's up to the team as well. Common sense should prevail, and Kamara should move, or Sands should move, or they do it simultaneously, and my fullbacks should get forward, and surely Bassey and Goats can look after the striker, and really go and push them back in their own half. Because we'll need width tonight, mate, and we'll need strength, because that's the only thing I'm worried about tonight in regards to the likes of Lowry and Wright. I think they're very light, aren't they? And they're a big physical side, but hopefully the football will prevail, mate, as always.
the Livingston team is Sturgett, Devlin, who's always consistent against us. I wonder why. Fitzwater, Obley, Longlodge, Hope, Amenga, Pittman, Bailey, Shinney and Anderson. Pretty much their standard team, but we'll see where it takes us tonight. Andy, have you got a bet on?
Yes, going for 5-0, 5-1, 5-2, but I think it'll be 3-1 at Rangers. That's my daft bets. And I did one on. I actually bet against the Filipino for Hearts to win, and I got 3-2 on that for Hearts, and I only got 35-1 for that. So they're not really getting bets out at all, like, you know.
No, 1-3 Rangers, 17-4 the draw, 8-1 Livingston. Yeah.
Yeah, they're nothing other. You know, you'd think you'd get better odds with it, especially on the correct scores with the Rangers, because we're not really hitting a lot of goals, but they're just giving you nothing. And as you say, as to win the games have been, you know, bang on and that, right, you know, so you're not going to get anything at all. I just do the daft ones for them, right enough. You know, they come in, as I said to you before, it's 3 bottles of vodka in it, you know.
Have you put it on, or have you gave it to the sun?
Oh, I went up and came out of my work there. I got in the car, I thought I'll put it on, like, you know. Yeah, like I said, I tell you that time we put it on, it come in, and I didn't put the money on. Well, I murdered them right enough, you know. It was a few quid in her.
Aye. Oh, never stoated, did stoat. He's a smart cookie, that boy.
Aye,
right.
Aye, well, I don't forget though, as I say, Ox.
Paid his mortgage in 12 years, Port Bill.
Wee question, Ox. Is anybody happy to see Ryan Jack on the bench?
Yes, of course. Delighted to see all the guys back, yeah. And obviously building up his fitness, hopefully see some minutes. I think once again the 5 subs helps, yeah.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%.
Yeah. But good to see hopefully a fit Ryan Jack back. GB.
Yeah, when we've got a fit Ryan Jack, some of the goals he has scored for us going forward, he's very similar with the kind of Arfield, where they can kind of ghost in. What I says, I hope this is the end for him for his injuries and stuff like that. I hope he can get a wee run now going, because he is an important player. When he's been in that team, he has dragged the midfield at times. So, but it's if he's fit, why is he not making the starting 11 tonight? I mean, it's a strange one.
Who's that, Jack?
Jack, aye. Mm-hmm.
Oh, mate, I don't think you throw him right in, mate. You've got to. This is the trouble with the reserve football, Port Bearer. It's difficult to throw somebody right, and he's not really played in a year, if we're honest, GB, yeah?
It's just so because the midfield's, well, so young. You mean, like Sands is like very inexperienced, and again, a game against Livingston, just, I don't know. Just if he's fit, why no start, that kind of thing. I know he's getting flung in, but like I say, surely he's not on that bench because he's 50-50. You know what I mean? If he's fully fit, then I'd be putting him back into that midfield.
I think he'll be fully fit, but I don't think he'll be 100% match fit. Port Bear.
Aye, big difference between being fully fit and up to the speed of the game, mate. Match fit. Baby steps. You know, he's been a long time coming, and he's been, you know, one of his biggest supporters, and been desperate getting back in the team as long as he is 100% fit. I don't think Gio would have took a risk and put him on the bench if there was risk of, you know, the rehab breaking down again. So I think, you know, if all going well, or maybe all going not well, you might see Jack either role. And I think that's why you've got Lundstrom, Jack and Arfield on the bench tonight, because if we need...
It's a bit like if you were playing golf, GB. I know you've got a passion for that. Then you'd hurt your wrist. You might play 9 holes. Yeah? You're not going to just... And that's what Jack is. But by maybe next week, if he gets on and maybe gets more minutes, he might be ready to go by next Wednesday, yeah?
Get right round the full 18.
Aye, get right round the full 18, yes. You'll be glad to see Jack back, Andy?
Oh, without a doubt, right enough. I mean, it's the length. It's a no-brainer. It's the length of time he's been out. You've got to ease him in. You know, you don't want to rush him straight back in there, because I think if he goes down again, I think that's him toast. I think he's done. You know, I think he would have to look at that himself as a man and say, well, look, every time I'm coming back, doesn't matter what I'm trying, it's not working. You know, it might be time to hang my boots up. Bring him in slowly. Hopefully we don't need him tonight. We can get on light for 15-20 minutes. Get another 15-20 under his belt on Sunday, maybe half an hour. If he comes through there too, Well, throw him in against them and let's see where we go, because I think he would be a big plus against them, following week. But let's just get him through tonight and then Sunday, hopefully unscathed. I mean, you know what I think about all of them. I know he's got a lot of, there's a lot of people do like him, but I know there's a few that are not keen on him right enough. But
I think a fit guy, Ryan Jack, playing as an asset to a team. One of the finest displays I've ever seen in a losing side was Ryan Jack in that World Cup final.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, when he got back up for that, when he went down on his knee, he got back up there. I mean, you could hear the crack through the telly. I don't even know he got up and carried on that game. I mean, he's a great player. I wouldn't say he's an absolute brilliant player, but for what we've got there and the team that we've got and the players we've got there now, if a fit Jack stands out amongst them. He covers Tavernier as well,
I think he's a better player. He does things and then he lets other players get on with their job as well.
Yeah, mate, he's what I call the proverbial water carrier. He doesn't do anything particularly special, mate, but what he does is tackle, he makes runs, he does the unselfish side of the game, mate. I'll give you an example, for letting Tav bombing forward, he would always sit in and cover that right back, that space, that slot. So I think to have Ryan Jack back for the remainder of the season and the third title run in, mate, I think it'd be better to have him and not have him, 100%.
Well, we'll be joined by a caller. I think it's the first time caller. Evening, caller.
You talking to me? You talking to me? That's a great photo of you, Andy.
He's not very
I hope you enjoy the game tonight, Paul.
Well, I was actually wondering. I looked at the strength of the box. Well, I've not even come out of Leeds yet. So I'm out of the game. They had me baffled there for a couple of minutes. I'll be honest with you. You can't do that. I'm too old now.
You thought he was going to the game. That's a problem.
What's going on here, right enough? And then the picture you see, I thought that was the one where you took me and made me look like a diddy man. So.
You certainly look like a diddy in that one.
Definitely. Better looking though. That picture's better looking than him.
Well, we'll be joined by Denver, who's gone the full hog with the pictures. Evening, Denver.
Afternoon, guys.
All right, Denver.
Nice shades, Denver.
Where are you, Denver, in Alaska?
We can see you, Denver.
People. A wee bit chilly, and I'm just on to show Port Bear what a true blue wears. The 55 stuff. So that green and grey.
Andy's got one of them as well.
Aye, right.
When I look at his overalls, do they look green and grey to you, lads?
I was just going to say that. What do you put on the raccoon?
Brilliant.
I wonder how they call
He's a song, Denver.
Celtic overall.
There you go. If we only had the Rangers over here.
What's your location, Denver? What's your location, big man?
I'm in a place called Golden, Colorado, and we're waiting on some big snow coming in, rolling in any minute. So.
You've got a bit soft since you left the Briggs, haven't you?
When you say snow,
what's that?
When you say snow, are you waiting on a plane to drop at half of Columbia? You and your piece. You're in disguise.
I have got a piece in
disguise.
Boys. The piece is always with me.
Good man.
Concealed carry at all times.
Oh dear. This is your fault, Alex Kelly. You've turned this show into this. You're getting banned.
I blame
Right,
me.
okay.
I don't know what's worse, seen Andy and all that regalia, or else seen Denver bearing a video here.
I've got to say...
All right, guys, I need to go. All the best. The Denver, Colorado.
All the Rangers.
Oh dear.
Oh, super.
Right, come on. You're not taking this serious enough. Give us a team, GB.
The team for tonight, our starting 11 is McGregor, Tavernier, Golson, Bassey, Barisic, Kamara, Sands, Lowry, Wright, Fashion Jr. and Itten.
Tonight's subs are McLaughlin, Simpson, King, Lundstrom, Jack, Arfield, McCann, Barker and Roof.
Fair play to Denver. He was in it, for the listeners, he was in a video feed and he was showing off his Rangers regalia that he was wearing. Did look a bit cold there, Big Al, compared to what you were.
I know, I'm sitting here in the budgie smugglers, man.
Don't post that in the feed, will you?
Please don't put your
It's more like the parrot
Take your word
smugglers,
for it.
enough, a big macaw. Aye.
Budgie smugglers in his rigger
Aye,
boots.
definitely.
Please don't put up a video.
Right,
You want me
okay.
to put a video up for you?
No, we don't. Right,
No.
right, we'll get 3 points to win the night. We'll get a new side. A new side, because the engine room's new. Lowry and the boys' Sands. AK.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm pleased that Lowry's starting tonight. I'm very much in the same camp as Andy and Big Al. I thought he brought a freshness to the forward line. He's a different invention. So I'm looking for him to orchestrate a few goal opportunities tonight, and hopefully Big Itten can follow up his display and goals with another couple of night in Sakala. I'm going for a 4-0 victory for Rangers tonight.
What are you going for?
4-0.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
Nice.
me.
I love it. Okay, aye. It's up the middle, mate. Port Bear, the boys Sands, Kamara, Lowry, Itten. You know, Itten's just come back, so it's pretty much a new side up there, isn't it?
There's definitely a freshness about the side, mate. And I think with Kamara and Sands doing the holding role, it lets Lowry, Wright, Fashion Sakala and Itten, really go about their business up there, because they've got that, protection in behind them. So I'm expecting a bit, Tav and Barisic to be involved heavily tonight as well, mate, getting forward. But it is good to see Gio putting his stamp on the team. Sands is his player, effectively Lowry's his player, because he's brought him up through the youth, probably on what GB says with the boy Voss, the assistant manager. He's probably looked at them very closely. So fair play to him, mate. I'm excited to see Lowry, because he really ticked all the boxes for me against Stirling. So I was happy with his passing. His movement was great, and he took his goal excellent, mate. It shows you don't need to slam everything in the net. It was a great wee reverse.
Can I ask you a question, Port?
Yeah, mate.
Do you think Sands will be that holding midfield player tonight? Because I think there was reports that he can attack. Do you not think? Do we really need two holding midfielders tonight?
No, but what I think will happen,
I think he'll
take turns. Kamara and him will take turns. I don't think.
Oh yeah,
Aye,
but Kamara is not an attacker, is he?
No, he's not. He's not one of he's great points,
He'll be
but
the
he hasn't.
primary sitter.
But Kamara
Yeah,
plays an advanced role for Finland, so he can play that role.
No, I know he has played on the left for Gerrard. Should have played on that more advanced role with Gerrard. So I prefer him in the number sort of 6 role, if I'm honest, guys. But I think Sands and him will alternate who goes forward.
If they play what we think they'll play, Andy, they'll get deeper, and hopefully we get the goals to bring them out in the game. It gets easier, but as the first half goes on, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, they'll get deeper and deeper, and our whole team goes forward anyway. So you're looking for anybody for the midfield to make passes, yeah?
Yeah, of course you are, and like we like to stay on the tram lines, do to get the wingers out there, and who will be going through the middle of the Hatton, won't it? So pull them out. There was no point just chanting on them, just because they'll not go anywhere. So we need to pull them about the park and all that, and then get in behind them. Hopefully, Hatton gets in around the box and puts a few in the rigging for. I'm not really bothered who scores as long as what I'm looking for tonight is let's repeat myself again. So saying every match. I just want to see Rangers get that early goal and then hopefully follow it up with other. Changes the game. The longer the game goes on, 0-0, you're getting frustrated, and the troops get frustrated in the stand. So I think it's always, especially at Ibrox, we're going to try and get that quick goal in the first 15 minutes and then follow it with a second one round about the foot. So that's what I'm looking for tonight. And if we can do that, that'll be good for us. We'll all be happy.
Big game for Scott Wright tonight, Big Al.
Yeah. I was just thinking that because a couple of these mentioned. Do you think with them sitting back, this opens up to play right into the for Atton for the cross balls coming in and him? Because I think he's one of the players that's in with the head. The first time in the box, crosses in. I think it might just play into his skill set tonight. Actually, if they sit back, we can get up the wings, and we get the balls crossed into the box. I think it's important that he gets a couple of goals, and I think we Wright's a man. I think he's maybe overall plays no great, but I think he has got a bit of pass, like that pass for Kent the other week there. I think he's done that 2 or 3 times this season, so I'm looking forward to seeing him getting the ball across. Sakala's on the left, yes?
I'm guessing, mate. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
They will be, yeah.
I think he's got a big part to play here as well. Because if they're watching it and maybe expecting the ball, maybe Wright's get that ball right across the 18-yarder for Sakala running, and I think you might see him two goals tonight.
Okay, Sakala will definitely shoot Port Bear, we know that.
Mm-hmm. He likes a shot, mate. He definitely does. Very positive striker, and he's got absolute blistering pace over that first 10 yards, mate. So Livingston have got real problems and variation with Rangers up front, with Itten, being the sort of target man, but looking for service with cross balls. But you've also got the blistering pace for in behind for passing Sakala, mixed in with Wright's pace, and then the creativity, young Lowry. So I'm looking forward to a front four tonight, mate, because it's like a brand new front four, isn't it, really? If you think about it, because we've not seen a lot of fashion, we've not seen a lot of Itten, and then obviously Wright and Lowry getting another start. So I'm looking forward to it, mate. That's an exciting front four for me. A lot of variation there.
The Encyclopedia of Football, Mr. Fox, is predicting that Livy will be sitting, so we could see a good game tonight, AK.
Well, let's hope Fox is right and Livy do have a go, because it means that we can expose them then better at the back. They usually do sit in, to be fair. I mean, they normally set up their 4-5-1 in their own half, and then it's up to us to break them down. But I hope they do have a go at us, because hopefully that'll give space for Sakala and Wright to run into. But I can see Lowry being a floater tonight, actually. I can't see him being in a rigid position. I think he'll give him a free lance to play wherever he feels like, and look for the ball and look to put in a striker, or even have a shot at goal himself.
Okay, mate, aye. I'm looking forward to it. Andy, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling the battlefield for this week for the Rangers. It's a big week, mate. Defining week, possibly.
Oh, it's massive, isn't it? I mean, the like you say, front the night, Sunday, and then the Tuesday or Wednesday we play them. I can't remind you. But if we could come through there, if we come through there 3 games, with maximum points, I would really have ourselves to blame if we blew it from there, because it's not just the fact that obviously when these two beat them, they will be gone in the heat. That will affect them really badly. So let's get tonight done. Get it done well. I want to see Rangers. I don't think we've really been playing that great. I don't think I could count on my hand 5 good games that Rangers have really put in this season. So maybe tonight's the night that they go out with a bit of freshness. We know that it's frosting us with things, but sometimes it's fresh. We're trying something new. Giovanni's having a look at it and saying, well, look, this is what I've got in me. I'll try something. We've got a maverick of a player in Lowry. He can go and find space, a bit of a ghost. And, sometimes, as you always say, Ops, you find things when you least expect them. Maybe tonight's the night, hopefully. And put pressure on the other players that are supposedly coming back or are the first choice. If they can put the pressure on them, it's a nice headache to have, isn't it? Players coming through and your guys that have been injured coming back into the team. So, that would be the pleasing thing for me, if we could get that out of the game tonight, going forward.
Yeah, I mean, the team's developed, Port Bear. I mean, if you think about it, you've got Bassey, who's a young kid really for a centre-half, who's come in and grabbed his opportunity under Giovanni. The boy Sands, let's be honest, 6 weeks ago, we'd never heard of him.
Yep.
Lowry was a youth player. Itten was away in Germany. And all of a sudden, they're in the team. They've got a chance to make their mark.
Aye, and up until now, mate, Bassey's took his fully. He's keeping Balogun out of the team, Jack Simpson, who are centre-halves by trade. So he's done his part. Sands, in my opinion, tonight gets a sort of easier. I'd rather seen him at Ibrox, mate, for his first game. I think that was very tough going away to Pataudry and the boy getting thrown in, but he stood up to it pretty well, I would say. But tonight, I think in front of the full house, and then obviously at Ibrox as well, I think you might see again an improvement for Sands. Itten, as I said, you should say, mate, come back to Germany and Gio's give him a chance, and Wright's probably in the team more under Gio as well. So these guys have got to show the gaffer the same sort of respect that he's shown them by allowing them into the team. They've got to go and deliver for him now, mate. They've got to go and prove themselves, because I'm wondering if Martindale's, like Fox is probably thinking as well, he's probably looking at a team sheet tonight and going like, oh, I can get it then, because that's but they're without Morelos, they're without Kent, without Aribo, etc. You know what I mean, mate, and Hadji. So I'm wondering if Martindale's thinking positively and thinking, I can get it this side. So let's see. Win your battles, mate.
We've been joined by the postman. That's Jim Paisley, because he always delivers. How are we doing, Jim?
All right, guys.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Hello, everybody.
Good evening, Jim.
Listen, 4-5-0. That's we're nowhere near right. We know what Livy brings to us. We know what Livy bring. They'll have five along in midfield, they'll have 4 at the back, they'll have a striker up front, and they'll fly at us. And I can guarantee you this. We're going to be panicking 20 minutes for the end. We'll be having they scored. We got immature midfield as far as I can make out tonight. There's players that could have played, but he didn't play. And we've got Hitchens, Sakala out in the left wing again, which we didn't fancy. Scott Wright still to prove yourself. Listen, I think we're going to have problems tonight. I think we're going to struggle. I'm going for 2-1 at 91.
The voice of positivity.
Positive here. I'm a realist, right?
All right, I'm a realist. I thought you was a lot of oil was shown here, but you're the first realist we've had.
Here, Ox. Tell Andy if he leaves, he wants to come to my girlfriend after the game. I'll get him picked up.
I'll take you up on that.
Jim, the looks of that thought he's on the school bus.
You want to get one of these scarves that has made in a Ibiza. Yeah.
Dodgy.
I think you get them in CNA.
CNA. Good, you're getting back here. You're showing your age, you're all here. CNA.
Right.
I'm saying that. I've still got underwear for CNA.
Right, okay. You think it's going to be a tight game? Andy, if he leads us saying it's a tight game, Big Al and AK are confident. Port Bear, last word to your good self.
I think it'll be 2-0 tonight, mate. I think it'll be a tough game. First 20 minutes will be really itchy-peachy, I think the midfield battle has to be won. And I understand what Jim's saying, because there's a lot of youth in there tonight, and it's not our usual midfield. But I've got to stay positive. I'm excited to see the young guy in the team, and I'm excited to see the growth under Gio. So I'm going for 2-0 tonight, mate.
Okay, thanks to everybody. Thanks for Jim for joining us here. Andy for Leeds, thanks for taking the ribbon, Andy. Thanks to Big Al. Denver all the way for Denver. Where was it? Gold. Denver Gold. AK for joining us. GB and Port Bear for doing the show. Fox and All Schoolboy for doing the technicals. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating a Rangers victory. Take it away, All Schoolboy.
Who's that team they call it? Just who's that team they all adore? They're the boys in loyal blue and the Scotland gallant, and the hunt to show the world what they can do. Some people say the Real Madrid, the greatest football team. I've even heard the Anderlecht, the best they've ever seen. The Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur too. There's Arsenal, Chelsea, Blackburn, just to name the famous few. Who's that team they call it? Just who's that team they all adore? They're the boys in royal blue and the Scotland gallant, and the hunt to show the world what they can do. So bring on the hips, the humps, set all the tick. Bring on the Spaniards by the store. Barcelona, Real Madrid, they will make a gallant. To show the world what we can do. Who's that team they call it? Just who's that team they all adore? They're the boys in royal blue and the Scotland gallant, and the hunt to show the world what they can do. Here's that empty to you.